नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते रघुनाथ समीतिना मने नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत समीतिना मने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचरणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात देश कारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे। All glories to Prabhu, the Prabhupada, all glories to His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, and all glories to His Grace Anand Vrindan Prabhu and His extended family, His Grace Parth Govind Prabhu and His Grace Vipul Prabhu, and all the assembled devotees. I am very fortunate to have this opportunity to express myself. I am told to speak on my realization in chanting in Brahmamuhurat, and second one is why I am chanting more now. So to begin with, uh, uh, I am very much fortunate. Actually, I must have done something pious deeds in my past life, and because of that, I am associated with you all people, Anandan Prabhu, my God brother, and all the devotees assembled. And so also, I am very fortunate to have His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj as my Diksha Guru. So I consider His Grace Anandan Prabhu as my Shiksha Guru. And to begin with, Anand, I was introduced by His Grace Prem Pujari Prabhu from Mumbai, in Parla. Prabhuji knows him, and long back, very long back. And he told me this person no, is inside out same, very this. So I didn't have any communication, much contact with him because he seldom visit Mumbai. So when now presently Prabhuji went such a traumatic situation, and I saw him that there is a proverb है, बोले तैसा चाले. So I saw that in him when I saw he was in a traumatic situation. Mataji, Tulsi Mataji was very sick and she was very in a dangerous position. And Prabhuji, I saw him catching hold of Nam Prabhu in spite of all this. And we all prayed, all out of the way, people prayed from everywhere, connected to this group. And these sannyasis and brahmacharis and all prayed. And then there was a shower of mercy, rain of mercy, so thick rain of mercy that Mataji recovered, and she was back to normal life. That is Bole Taisa Chale that he gave the testimony, because anybody who is sitting on Vyasasana and preaching, then whatever you speak, Lord tests. It's a test. Even Prahlad Maharaj, when he was preaching to his teammates or colleagues in that school, he said that Lord is everywhere. Lord is everywhere. But he was tested so many times. But when the last event came, then Hiranyakashipu, his father, asked him, "Where is your Lord?" Then he pointed out to the pillar. So Lord is everywhere, and that way. And then I like to tell my small history, because I also went through that traumatic condition 14 years back, and my plan was different. And my Mrs. Padmaja Priya Mataji Devi Dasi, Padmaja Priya Devi Dasi, we got initiated in 2004, and In 2008, something unexpected and unimagined happened. And as she was returning from a Sunday feast program, that was Sunday, and as she was returning, and while she was crossing the road, she was hit by a pulsar bike, and it was fatal. And he expired on a very auspicious day. And when I understood that she won't last long, then there are thousands of things. You just imagine, I was in totally darkness. I don't know what will happen now, because there were my two daughters were there, and they were comparatively small. One was in 6 to 7 years old, and other is SSC. So, and my mother-in-law and father-in-law was also with me. We were staying in Madgaon. So I don't know, but at that moment of time, God brother is true brother. I said that thing. That was a testimony for me. And His Grace, Dayalchand Prabhuji and his family, Krishnanand Prabhu, Devanand Pandit Prabhu, all of them helped me very much. And I was not knowing any cooking. I was just knowing to eat and find faults. This is salty, that is this and that. But when I was faced to this event, I was in shambles. And but this our Dayalchand Prabhuji helped me a lot. He stayed with us, and slowly everything became normal, and I joined duty. I was working for a Birla Concern Fertilizer Company, and that time I was working in shifts, so it was big difficult. And Lord planned in such a nice way that as I was leaving home during night shift, my in-laws were there. Otherwise, those two children would have been alone, and everything, like slowly, children grew up. They passed their this, and both of them became doctors. One was homeopathy, second was MBBS. And by the time passed, and my in-laws, my mother-in-law passed away earlier. Then my father-in-law also passed away. Then my first daughter got married. They were initiated in 2014. Very elder one was 21 years old, and elder one was some 18 years old at Wada, and by His Holiness Radhanath Sai Maharaj. When second daughter also got married, I was alone at home, and my other Shiksha Guru, Krishnanand Prabhu, always said, Prabhuji, you see that you increase your number of rounds and read and hear Maharaj lectures and all. He provided me everything, and I followed his advice. I chanted alone, nobody at home, but it was very difficult to chant. But somehow there is no alternative. So somehow I kept on chanting, and I was chanting some 48 rounds. Then my duty was there. I was not retired yet, and by Lord's mercy, my immediate boss was friendly, and I told him the situation. He said, "No problem. Whenever your duty, this job is over, you can chant." He was a Christian. And, everything went. I could complete there very. I was starting early morning at 2:30 or 3 o'clock. Morning, and I was chanting. And sometime had to go out for checking and all. And in this way, life went. And then I was up to 2018. Yeah, then both got married. Up to 2018, I was at home only. Means I could not go out because of my in-laws, and these children exams were there, and one nurse was there. And in this way, I had to cook for 6 members, and I had to at the same time shift duty, and I was preaching also, and this was too much for me. But Lord somehow had, make some arrangements, and the Lord Radha Gopinath steered me out very nicely. I'm very much grateful to him, to Lord. So he steered me very nicely out of that. And then I went to Krishnaran Prabhu called me. You are there for so many years. You are at home only. Now everything is over. You come to Mayapur. So I went to Mayapur for Kirtan Mela. And Kirtan Mela, uh, there is a room, Prabhupada room there in Mayapur. The deities of Prabhupada's deities, Mayapur Chandra. And I asked Prabhuji, some special occasion was there. And now, up to now, I have come to 64. I want to try for 120. Said, yes, we'll try. Because he was very much enthusiastic. All the time he encouraged me. And we slowly, I went to, I was very worried also if I could make that target or not. And there was some, mostly I forgot. But I could make 120. He was very happy. आप तो जॉब कर रहे जैसे गुलाब जामुन खा रहे ऐसा जोक मारा. So then there, I was very much conscious about. I was watching everybody how they are chanting, but I came to. I was always asking. For one round, I am taking 5 minutes. Is it correct, or I am too fast? Then I asked him, "Our Maharaj, how much time it is it?" He asked me, he told me 5 minutes only. So happened that we went for chanting in the temple, and Krishnanand Prabhu and me was there, and Maharaj came. Maharaj came, and Krishnanand Prabhu has got it. Means forefront में डालते हैं. महाराज के पास उन्हें बैठने को बोला हमको. नो, तो कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है उनके साथ बैठना. काफी ठीक है, लेकिन ऐसा करके इधर बिठाया हमको. महाराज came and they introduced. This is Yogi from Brahmamuhurat. He's from Goa. महाराज को हार डाला टेम्पल वगैरह में. वो हार निकाल के कृष्णानंद प्रभु को दिया उन्होंने. कृष्णानंद प्रभु मेरे गले में डाल दिया और चैंटिंग स्टार्ट हो गया. चैंटिंग स्टार्ट हो गया. आई वाज वेरी मच अलर्ट.
प्रभु जी, आई एम सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट. आपको थोड़ा फोन के पास आकर थोड़ा लाउडली बोलना पड़ेगा. एंड इफ यू आर कंफर्टेबल यू कैन स्पीक इन हिंदी. मोस्ट ऑफ आवर ऑडियंस स्पीक्स हिंदी.
ओके. तो मुझको एकदम क्लोज बिठा दिया और चैंटिंग शुरू हुआ. चैंटिंग शुरू होने के बाद आई वाज वेरी मच अलर्ट. क्या करेंगे? तो पहला राउंड I completed first round. Maharaj also completed first round. And so I was very happy. Timing is synchronized होता है. बाद में क्या हुआ? I went for second round, third round, fourth round. And Maharaj is not changing beats, counter beats. And suddenly at the fifth round starting he changed. So then I told I played such a trick, and I'm very sorry. So I should have not done like that. And then this passed on. Then finally what happened? I came to Goa, and Goa मेरा स्थिति ऐसा था कि I was put in a potted plant. Potted plant में वो growth of that plant is not sufficient. It is a stunted growth. such type of thing happened to me. Then I came to know about Vrindavan Anand Prabhu, His Grace Vrindavan Anand Prabhu. So I tried to get his lectures, and I got some lectures. I heard them. Then I met him personally. I came to Mumbai, and some work was there. So at that time, I showed him my financial this, and he planned it very nicely. And then I joined Zoom group, this group, and it was like taking the plant from the pot and putting it on the ground, fertile soil. So it started. So I was very much happy that such a thing is going on. And I was a bit confused because I never chanted in this atmosphere. All the people are looking at this and that. So, but at that time, I was very fascinated by one person there, and that was Parth Govind Prabhu. I liked his chanting very much. And one Mataji was there. I forgot her name. She was from Mayapur. Both of them, I was focusing on them because it was difficult for me to concentrate, because every time that picture changes, and it's a new experience for me. It was a new experience for me. And somehow I learned from them how they chant. And I accordingly synchronized, and I also got that. I learned from them. And then at that time I crossed 64. I crossed, but whoever asked me, I was always saying I'm doing 64. But at that time I was on 84. And slowly I got very much confidence, not overconfidence. I got confidence and boost morale from this group. I'm very much indebted to this group and Anand especially, because his lectures were basis for me. I heard his lectures so many times, so many that my younger daughter is what you are listening? Anand, yes, I want to listen his lectures. I heard so many lectures, but his lectures are practical. With what we have to do. Don't just go and listen Bhagavatam. Then you listen same katha again and again and again. But this I like his lecture that Bhakti Thakur, the seventh Goswami. That lecture I like. I heard it so many times. And inspired by his lectures, once he told me about not me, I heard from his lecture, but his neighbor by Raj Gopal something, Raj Purohit somebody, I don't remember his name. That this person is old, senior citizen, and he chanted 64 rounds every day. He read Prabhupada books and this and that. At that time, I was chanting less rounds. And when I took that thing in my mind, I planned accordingly. I immediately, within 2-3 days, I reached that target. And then my break-even point was 48. Means anytime anything happens, I would come down up to 48, not below 48. Break-even is 48. Then some way I shifted that break-even point to when I reached to 86. My break-even point was 64. And in this way, I made progress. And finally, every time Krishnanand Prabhu was calling me, Prabhuji, now every line is clear, you come to Vrindavan. Yes, Prabhuji, I am thinking, no, don't think, you act. He said, don't think, keep on thinking, you act. Sir, Prabhuji, I am working in that direction. Immediately I will come. And in last year, November, I went to Vrindavan. And at that time, I consulted Anand Prabhu, and he helped me in a financial arrangement, one FDs and all that. He did it free of cost, and very much grateful to him. And he told me, gave some instructions. He asked him instruction. You see, when you go to Vrindavan, It is a testing ground. You should be very careful. अपराध नहीं होना बनता है उधर. और to see that there is वो politics भी चलता है उधर और बहुत कुछ चलता है. But you should be focused, sincere, serious, and no alternative motive. And you should not be carried away. Should not go carried away होना नहीं मांगता है. और साधना एकदम strong with consistency and determination. These things he told me. And he told me, gave some names. You contact these persons. Accordingly, I contacted those persons, and I was very happy. And first, I was, that was the anniversary of Srila Prabhupada, and I went to that Prabhupada Samadhi temple and prayed. I have come to Vrindavan. Please guide me, protect me, and help me in my sadhana. And in my mind, I mentioned him. I am doing so much rounds, and please help me. From that day onwards, I started chanting more number of rounds, and it was very difficult because so many people. Whenever I meet somebody, I guess I wanted to search out who is chanting more rounds, because if I have association with him, so I will also grow. But I could not find much people, much devotees. They were turning me. They were saying that आप तो ज्यादा राउंड करेंगे ना तो गला गला खराब हो जाएगा. आप क्या करो, इधर भागवतम क्लास चलता है वो अटेंड करो, शाम को भी चलता है, बहुत कोर्सेस है, वो कोर्सेस आप लर्न करो और प्रीच करो. ऐसा वेरी नाइस आइडिया. आई थिंक ओवर इट, एंड कोई नहीं मिला. एंड आई अटेंडेड मंगल आरती एंड ऑल. बट क्या होता था, सब अटेंड करने के बाद चैंटिंग करने का टाइम थोड़ा कम होता था. देन मैंने ऑव लिया है, इतना करना है, तो कैसा भी करके आई वॉज गोइंग इन द रूम and I was sitting up to 10:30, 11 o'clock because I have to complete the target. And then I learned that vicious circle बनता है कि नींद भी अच्छा नहीं होता है, next day it is problem. So I started cutting. That was a very cold season, so I started stop. Once Vrindananandra told me, where you get more this happiness, to go to Aarti or chanting. So I applied that thing. I used so many Prabhuji's so many points which I kept always in mind, and I changed. I cut some of the programs to go, and finally I achieved that target. I could complete by say 5:30 to 6 o'clock. Everything was over. I used to come to my room and read. Prabhupada books are here. I was hearing also. I was doing on the way. I used to put Maharaj lectures and all when I'm standing in a queue for a prasad, for breakfast or lunch. I used to put because Prabhuji, I learned from his lectures that he was not wasting any time. Whenever he was traveling by train or whether he was walking from his house to railway station, I understood his technique, and I also thought we should use same technique. And I was looking at where I am wasting time. And at that time I somehow I would manage and get rid of that. And in this way I came down slowly to around 4:30 in the evening. Everything was over. 4:30 I took evening darshan and returned. By the time 4:45 or 5 o'clock, I came to room, and then I started Prabhupada, all those things. And so in this way, I am very much grateful to Anandandan Prabhu, and I followed him wherever possible. I followed his instructions, and finally I was very much happy. Stable हो गया, थोड़ा स्टेबिलिटी पे आता था मैं. Still I was doing fine tuning. So where I can get more time for hearing and reading. Then I'm asked to talk about why you are chanting more rounds. Why I'm chanting more rounds is that, see, I'm a senior citizen, old man, and my days are numbered. So I have to achieve that target. I keep engaged in Harinam and develop a taste so that at the last breath also I remember Krishna. And accordingly, I planned like that. And then I went to, I attended one lecture, Bhagavatam. I'm attending Bhagavatam class. So for that same topic, he discussed that same topic that whenever you are alone, you should have some anugatya. Anugatya means you should be under somebody. You cannot practice bhakti alone, on your own. It is not, your mind will sit in your driver's seat and you will सब घुमा के लाएगा मुझे. तो मैंने अनुगत्य principle I followed, and my anugatya was under Anand Prabhu, and I liked very much. Whenever he called me, he took everything, detail of the day. What you are doing like this at this time, what you are doing in the morning, what time you get up, what time you sleep, total detail. So I was very happy somebody is there to ask. And then after this, that lecture I heard now, that in that lecture he said we have to get mercy from Gornitai, because Gornitai is very close, Krishna is difficult. So mercy in the sense, you should satisfy your Diksha Guru. I thought Diksha Guru satisfy means we don't come in contact physically. So Shiksha Guru, I am coming in contact with Shiksha Guru. So he said, means he explained that if you satisfy, make happy Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru will be happy. If Diksha Guru is happy, no, he will forward you to the lotus feet of Nityananda. And in this way, this is the correct channel. So yes, this is a nice idea.
Hare Krishna, Ramai Pandit Prabhuji, I am very, very sorry. Today is the working day and devotees have to leave for office and they have to come early, finish their rounds and then prepare for 192 rounds.
Yeah.
So we will have to wind up quickly. I am very sorry to interrupt you.
Then I'll tell the last part. How to increase, I'll talk in short. This means our Chetana. How to increase Chetana. Chetana helps you to clear your heart, and our heart is in that lecture. Second lecture I heard that Chetana should be, that lotus in the heart should be fully bloomed. As we see, it is in the Radha Gopinath temple, Nitai Gaurachandra, lotus feet are there. In between there is one lotus carved picture is there, and painted gold painted. And I remembered that exactly. This is like that. Then he said the Chetana should be full bloomed. Otherwise, he gave the example of Ravana, Hiranyakashipu. They knew the philosophy inside out. But when time came, they fought with the God. Lord, they fought with the Lord. But Vibhishan, he always surrendered. When he came to Ram, he surrendered. His Chaitanya was like full bloom lotus flower. So our Chaitanya, in order to do that target, we require Gaur Kripa. Gaur Kripa Hade hai, Gaur Kripa Hade hai. That Maharaj always sings that song. Parad Gushi, that song. And in the end, he keeps on saying that God Kripa have hai, God Kripa. That is very, very important. We can achieve by that. And we can say that is a great support for chanting more rounds. And I am very grateful. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful. I consider this program as a voyage ship, voyager with captain being our Anand Prabhu with all the scriptures and all. He's very humble and he knows all the scriptures inside out. 9 degrees, we are in the correct, safe hands, and he is supported by our transcendental executives like Vipul Prabhu and Parth Govind Prabhu and Prasad Prabhu, and we are in the safe hands, and all of us are sailing in the same ship, and the ship will take us definitely to Golok Dham, and it is governed by the remote satellite, our His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, with the backup of Parampara. And the ship is running on the fuel of Harinam. Golokera Premadana, Harinama Sankirtana. And then that ship is moving on that fuel. And I request everybody who are new, they should not think on joining. They should act and join this program, and they will be surely they will be uplifted, and Radharani Krishna will be happy, and Radharani will be very much pleased, and she will show where is Krishna is. Thank you very much. I thank everybody for much. I took over time. I have too much spoke too much. Thank you. Please forgive me, and I pray everybody to. I'm in Vrindavan. I'll pray everybody with Gaur Nitai, Krishna Balaram, and Radha Sham Sundar. And I'm old, my days in Vrindavan are numbered. I also request, small request is there. Please, हमारा भी ख्याल रखना. Please pray for me also. And very much for giving me opportunity to express myself, and thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Ramai Nitai Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. So nice of you. We have note, आज अभी हमारे पास टाइम नहीं है क्योंकि भक्त लोग को जल्दी जाना है. कल हम जो है हमारे पूरा दिन है हमारे पास 2 बजे से लेकर के रात को 11 बजे तक. मैं उनका सब चीज डिस्कस करूंगा. इट विल गिव यू लॉट्स ऑफ इंस्पिरेशन. उनका डेली शेड्यूल क्या है. 2 बजे से चालू करते हैं, शाम को 5 बजे उनका 128 राउंड्स खत्म होता है रोज. और फिर बाद में प्रभुपाद का पुस्तक पढ़ते हैं, फिर बाद में गुरु महाराज का लेक्चर सुनते हैं और रात को 8 बजे सोते हैं. पूरा डेली शेड्यूल आई विल डिस्कस इट डे पॉइंट टू पॉइंट. मुझे सब पता है उनका, लेकिन राइट नाउ वी डोंट हैव टाइम. वी विल नॉट डिस्कस एनीथिंग. मेरा हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट खाली एक ही है, 1 ही मिनट में लूंगा प्रभु आपसे, कि जो भी कल सुबह में हमारे साथ में 192 राउंड्स करने वाले हो, मेहरबानी करके आज जो है आप जॉब भी जो करने वाले हो, जॉब में से 2-3 बजे मैक्सिमम 4 बजे तक घर पे आ जाइएगा. आने के बाद में प्रभु जी थोड़ा लाइट डिनर लेना, खिचड़ी के ऐसा कुछ भी लेकर के 6 बजे के पहले प्लीज सब लोग सो जाना. और मेरा रिक्वेस्ट है जो मैं हमेशा रिपीट करता रहता हूँ, कोई भी डिवोटी किसी के साथ में जो है 6 बजे के बाद में कोई भी बात नहीं करेगा, और सब लोग को साउंड स्लीप कोशिश करेगा, हम साउंड स्लीप हमारी मिल जावे. 1 बजे के आसपास उठ जाइएगा और फिर हमारे साथ में ज्वाइन होना. 2 बजे हमारा लॉगिंग बंद हो जाएगा प्रभु, प्लीज रिमेंबर. 2 बजे हम लॉगिंग बंद कर देंगे, फिर बाद में किसी को अलाउ नहीं करेंगे, जिससे जो है जिससे भक्त लोग को 21 घंटा मिले जपा करने के लिए. 1.25 घंटे के आसपास 16 माला होती है, 7 घंटे के अंदर 64 माला होती है और 21 घंटे के अंदर 192 राउंड्स होता है. लेकिन लास्ट सेशन में थोड़ा जपा का आदत हो जाने की वजह से हम लोग ने 1 घंटा जो है स्पीड बढ़ जाती है, तो 1 घंटा हमारे पास ज्यादा मिलता है. तो उसके अंदर हम लंच, प्रसाद, ब्रेकफास्ट वो सब देंगे. लेकिन उसमें भी इधर उधर एडजस्ट करके प्रभु गुड़ाकेश प्रभु का हम क्लास भी रख लेंगे बीच में. और कल सब बड़ा हेक्टिक प्रोग्राम है. मेहरबानी करके अच्छा रेस्ट ले लीजिएगा प्रभु जी. अगर रेस्ट आपका बराबर नहीं होगा तो यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू रिलीज इट आउट. और क्या कॉन्शियसनेस रखनी है, क्या करना है, वी विल डिस्कस एवरीथिंग टुमारो। आज हमारे पास अभी टाइम नहीं है। मेरा रिक्वेस्ट है प्रभु, अब भी से स्टार्ट चेतना अपनी बराबर हरिदास ठाकुर के मूड में आने लगो, जिससे कल का दिन जो है बराबर फोकस जावे। कल का दिन एक्सक्लूसिवली ओनली फॉर हरिनाम, नथिंग एल्स। सब चीज छोड़ देना, खाली फोकस हरिनाम का कर देना। वही कॉन्शियसनेस के कोई भी हालत में टेस्ट आ जावे हरिनाम का, एक टेस्ट आ जावे कि जो मेरे स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ के अंदर पूरी स्टेबिलिटी दे देंगे। राधानाथ महाराज हमेशा कहते हैं, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम फॉर एनी पर्सन इन एनीथिंग इन अवर लाइफ व्हेन अ पर्सन हु गेट्स अ टेस्ट इन चैंटिंग द होली नेम। हमको वो टेस्ट चाहिए प्रभु, ये टेस्ट चाहिए। वो हिसाब से वो कॉन्सियसनेस अभी से बनाए रखिए। कल हम ज्यादा उस पर डिस्कस करते जाएंगे और पूरा दिन जो है प्रभु खाली हरिनाम पे फोकस रखेंगे। ठीक है प्रभु? नो मोर टॉकिंग नाउ, राइट नाउ, बिकॉज एवरीबॉडी हैज टू डू फॉर अ जॉब। तो प्रभु जी हम अभी बाइंड अप करेंगे। वंश कल्प तरुवश्य कृपा सिंधु वहवच पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय श्रील प्रभुपाद, जय श्री गुरु महाराज, जय श्री अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद। थैंक यू वेरी मच प्रभु, थैंक यू वेरी मच रमाई पंडित प्रभु। आई विल नॉट बी डिस्कसिंग एनीथिंग टुमारो, मैं सब उनका डिस्कस बताऊंगा प्रभु। We'll start our rounds, Prabhu, because it is getting too late.